Welcome to the FranklinPodcast.com with me, Craig A. Stevens, also known as the Flags of America artist. We're back and thrilled to relaunch our podcast with a fresh focus on celebrating the arts and local Middle Tennessee businesses. Today's series of episodes is something special. We're coming to you straight from the Franklin Main Street Festival, where we're here with the Williamson County Arts Council, and it's a perfect setting to kick off our relaunch and highlight the creative spirit of our community. In this episode, we're interviewing a talented local artist, Mike Brennan. Mike's work captures emotion, movement, and beauty in the way that truly speaks to your heart. But this episode is proudly sponsored by Westbrook Stevens, where we serve both large enterprises and small businesses alike. Learn more about this by going to our website. It's www.e-wbs.com. And if you're curious about my artwork, you can go to my website. It's craigastevens.com. So now let's dive into our conversation with Mike Brennan. I just met one of my colleague artists, and so I'm going to get him to introduce himself and introduce his art.
Yeah, so my name is Mike Brennan, and I'm a creator and communicator who tells stories on pages and stages. So I love to have experiences and then create art out of those experiences that then in turn offer other people experiencing something as they view and interact with my art.
All right, and you mentioned that you're a podcaster, so tell me a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, so my podcast is called Creative Chats, and I talk to all different types of creative people, creative entrepreneurs, visual artists, musicians, and so on, and follow their story, their process, their journey, really look for those threads that someone can apply no matter what it is that their creative expression is.
And you have a bunch of books and a bunch of prints, and you have a couple, are these originals?
These are prints. These are the originals are actually digital. I'd say about 85% of what I do is digital painting, and then I offer Z-clay prints on paper or on canvas, and so these two here are canvas.
And so the first one we have, just describe the first one, and since no one's seeing the picture other than if they look at the picture.
Yes, so I love very bold colors and just vivid colors, loose lines, and so it's of the Franklin factory, the water tower. Just that very iconic scene, and that was actually my very first interaction with Franklin when I was visiting back in 2015. Even before I moved here, didn't know that I would be frequenting that as often, and so I've been trying to go out and really experience these local things that are new to me and offer up, this is what I see, this is what I'm feeling and experiencing as I'm creating this art.
Well, that's really nice. So you said this is the first one that gave you kind of the relationship to Franklin. Where did you come from before Franklin?
So I'm from New York City, and the outlying area, New Jersey, Long Island, and just moved here in September, so I haven't been here that long.
So now the second one that we're seeing is the Franklin Theater.
Yes. Again, I was able to go to the Franklin Theater for the first time a couple of months back. It was a great experience. I actually got to see It's a Wonderful Life in the theater, and it was an amazing experience. I know it's a historic building, and so I wanted to create something just, again, around my experience of going there and having this be a part of my new home.
I like that one. That was nice. All right, so explain your books. Those are different than the other things. I also do books on my artwork, so I'm kind of excited to hear about what you're doing.
Yeah, so I have 7 books in all. The first book is called Dear Snow, One Man's Angry Rant Against Winter, and it was really something that came about by me angry tweeting about how much I hated snow and shoveling and winter. And so I call it my autobiography and turned it into me as the person who is the hero, and snow is my evil enemy. And so kind of if you take the Far Side, Calvin and Hobbes, grumpy old men, throw it in a blender, that's kind of what you get in this comic style. And then I have something called a Daily Creative Habit Journal, which is a 90-day experience where I help guide people through this process that I have gone through and that has helped me daily create things. And so it gives you a way to set intention and then a system to basically make sure that you show up and take action. And my newest book is called Make Fun a Habit, And that is all about trying to recapture some of the joy and some of the fun that we had as kids. And things today are so dark and heavy, and there's so much responsibility and weight to things that I was like, what if we could actually go back and reclaim some of that stuff in our life and in our work? What would that look like? And so there's 30 short chapters that give some inspiration, some stories from me, and then also some application points at the end of each chapter so that people can go and actually take action on this thing and apply it to their own lives.
How do people get a hold of you?
Yeah, best way is my website, which is mikebrennan.me, M-E. From there, you can find links out to the podcast, through various the books, the artwork, and also some of the other speaking and other artwork that I do there as well.
And so spell the whole thing out for somebody, just in case.
Sure. It's Mike, M-I-K-E, Brennan, B-R-E-N-N-A-N, .me, M-E.
We will talk to more artists, but there is Mike, and Mike has a lot of good stuff here. I'll look at the pictures related to this podcast, below this podcast, and you'll see the pictures. There's another episode of FranklinPodcast.com where we celebrate the heartbeat of Middle Tennessee through art, music, and community. Big thank you to Mike Brennan, who was joining us today. And remember, visit Mike Brennan at mikebrennan.me, and also Westbrook Stevens for sponsoring this. And go to www.e-wbs.com. That's Whiskey Bravo Sierra.com. We have more local talent and business leaders coming your way. Until next time, this is Craig A. Stevens signing off. FranklinPodcast.com. Keep supporting your local art. Keep building great businesses. Never stop creating. And always remember the ultimate creator who makes all things happen.